Our next story is about a school dropout who dared to dream. At 43 years old, Jason Witahira owns one of the country's largest supermarkets and arguably one of its wealthiest suburbs. He also chairs the New World Group. He started from the bottom, made his way to the top and still has to pinch himself every once in a while. This weekend he'll be inspiring Māori in the business world at a conference in Tauranga. Here's millionaire with how he got to the top.
You thought I was a shelf filler. I actually own this place.
This is a story about a boy who dropped out of school at 15 to pack shelves in a supermarket.
Mum and Dad gave me the thumbs up and I never went back to school, so it wasn't actually planned. I fell into the job, and from there I started working on the produce at the bottom.
It's a story about an accidental millionaire.
It was never about the dream of being an owner, it was actually about being a produce manager. And then that evolved into a grocery manager, and that evolved into a store manager. So I feel that I always felt that I never set my goals too high, I just chopped them off one at a time.
Would this be one of the top-notch supermarkets in New Zealand?
I would be bold enough to say that. It's something to be very proud of, and the type of products we do sell here are not your mainstream supermarket, but at the end of the day we're here to sell white bread, baked beans and champagne.
Not just any champagne, Moet is mainstream here. You're a foodie? You're a food snob?
To be really honest, I know a lot about food. I like to think I know a lot about food and what people like. I'm a meat and potatoes gentleman.
The father of four says now more than ever, young people need to make successful choices.
Had a partner and had a baby at 18, so I started thinking that I really needed to look after these people that I wanted to be with. So I had a choice to leave or stick it out.
Witahira knows a career in the supermarket is hardly glamorous, but he believes many young people are encouraged into careers that really don't suit them.
I feel sometimes people are given this false dream of being a doctor or a lawyer, and trust me, I believe in their skills and what they do. But we're not all doctors and lawyers, and I got 36 school CMS and now I run a multi-million-dollar business. So back to that, talking to your people, it's 1 + 1 in multiplication and division and percentages. That's what business is about.
And the rate of unemployment at the moment worries him, especially in areas like Rotorua, where he grew up.
She's a big bad world out there, and no one gives you a second chance. And if you don't stand firm and tall and do the right thing, you just get squashed. You can't teach attitude. So some of our people have got great attitudes with wills to succeed, and the world's their oyster. But some of our people always blame everyone else for what's happened.
He's a tough nut.
Hey son, how's it going?
Yeah, good Dad.
Right, getting it full, we've got plenty of
His
stock.
son Stefan works here, but like him, started at the bottom.
How's the moko?
He's been a bit restless lately, starting to cry all the time, but you know,
Oh.
pulling through me and Dana.
That's babies, eh? That's babies.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it though, Dad.
There's 100 people out there that want his job today. And maybe sometimes I'm probably too hard on him, but I know what it's like to actually have to take all those challenges through and be knocked by people because of maybe my background and where I've come from, but they just made me stronger.
His role models as a kid were Māori men in sport.
George Napier was pretty cool. He's something I've never forgotten, and probably the next thing to him was Buck Shelford.
Now he's a young Māori entrepreneur and a role model to many more.
I take it as an honour to be in a position to be able to do that. It's a proud moment, but it's still feet on the ground. You're only as good as yesterday. You don't get too cocky, because when you do fall over, you get hit pretty hard. So the motivation's all around you. That's my dad.
And when you come from a big Māori whānau where wealth is measured in your crayfish basket, the balancing act for a successful businessman is a fine line.
I'm not a bank. I'm not a give out for free. And I'll make that very clear to whānau, and they seem to respect it. If I can help and it's the right thing, I believe, I'll help.
It's a balancing act though, being Māori, isn't it?
It is. I'm proud as to be Māori, and I'll never forget my roots and what it's all about. But to be a businessman is not to be Pākehā or Māori, it's to be a businessman.